Yo guys, what's up? This is my day 1 Telos guide, and in this guide I'm basically just going to be showing you the different mechanics that Telos has and how you should be avoiding them. So let's just get straight into it. First of all, you want to be praying protect from melee. This is because Telos only uses melee throughout this stage. There are a total of 4 stages, one every 100,000 life points. So every time you either hit 300,000, 200,000 or 100,000, you will be brought on to the next stage. In all 4 phases he has 4 special abilities that he can use. The first one is when he says your anima will return to the source. This one binds you in your position and heals Telos for 1500 life points every tick. So if you want to get out of this, just do what it tells you to do and do 3000 damage to Telos. It shouldn't take too long to get out of this, but it does seem that you do a lot less damage when he's in this special attack, so it might actually take you a little while to do that 3000 damage to him. The second one is when he does this uppercut cleave attack. This usually does around 1700 to 1800 damage and just knocks you a little bit away. This can be blocked by using resonance, but I don't really do that myself. I usually just tank it. It doesn't really do much, but I mean, if you wanted to take a shield and use resonance, you can do that as well. The third one is his stun, and if you don't do anything to avoid this, I'm pretty sure you're never going to get a kill on Telos. Basically, when he says hold still invader, you either want to anticipate it or you want to tank that hit and then just freed him out of it. I usually just freed him out of it as it takes a while for the guy to actually do his second attack, which is he'll just jump on you and do a lot of damage. So if you're still stunned, by the time he gets that attack off, you're going to be taking a lot of damage from him. So make sure you just either freed him out of the stun like I said, or just anticipate it before he actually stuns you. The last special move that he can do throughout the fight is when he yells so much power. Now I don't have a clip of him doing this because it's quite rare that he does actually do it against me, but it looks kind of something like this, and you can see him yelling so much power before he actually does it. What this will do is that it'll do around 5000 damage to you instantly. So if he does say this when you're fighting him, just make sure you're over 5000 life points, or if you have a shield with you, you can use resonance to block it as well. So those are the 4 special moves that he does on every stage. Also, this is what his magic attack looks like, so if you see him doing this, just make sure you switch your prayers over to magic. Now I'm going to show you what is required for every unique stage. So on the first stage, the only thing that you have to worry about is this yellow beam that shoots out from the side of the arena. What you want to do is you want to stand in it so you're blocking it, and this will give you continuously increasing adrenaline, but it will make your prayer points be lost faster. I highly recommend standing in this as you can get your death swiftness out pretty quickly, and then you can just instantly use your thresholds as your adrenaline is like increasing super fast. So this will make phase 1 a lot faster for you. Also, this goes for all stages. You want to make sure that Telos is not standing in any of the beams that are being shot out. I will explain what they do for him at each stage, but you definitely want to make sure that he is not standing in any of the beams. So once you get him down to 300,000 life points, you will be moved onto phase 2. Now this stage is similar to the first stage in which there is only one beam, but this time the beam is a black one. If you're in the beam, you take less damage, but you deal less damage as well. So as you can probably tell from that, this stage is going to be a lot longer than the first one because you're going to be dealing a lot less damage, and you want to make sure that Telos is not standing in the way of the beam, because if he is, that special move bar at the very top that you can see will continue to increase, and he can activate that special move bar at any time, and when he does, he will switch to a magic attack. Every time he uses a magic attack, the special move bar will go down by a bit, but I've tested it out a few times and it seems that the more magic attacks that he uses on you, the more powerful that the magic attacks become. So if it gets to the point where he starts to use a lot of magic attacks on you, he will start to do some serious damage, and when I was still learning it, he was doing about 1500 to 2000 on me with that magic attack. So yeah, just make sure you're standing in the way of that black beam so that his special move bar will continue to regenerate. And then when you get him down to 200,000 health, it's time to move on to stage 3. This stage is probably the hardest stage of them all, just because you do have to keep track of some minions spawning and there are beams as well. So in this stage we have a red beam, so if you're in this beam, you take more damage, but you also deal more damage as well. I'd recommend avoiding this beam if you can and only go in it if you're using thresholds. Also obviously go in front of it if Telos is blocking it, because if Telos is blocking it, that bar at the top will begin to fill up, and once it gets in the red area, Telos will begin to do shockwaves that will do 2000 damage each. So this is the stage where you definitely want to keep Telos out of the beam. And also another way that Telos increases that bar is by spawning these minions. Now these minions won't attack you, but they'll passively increase the bar. So what I do as soon as they spawn, just kill them straight away. They only have 1k hit points, so there should be a one-hit kill. And yeah, that's pretty much it. If you have a somewhat decent amount of food left, you should be ready to move on to phase 4 once he hits 100,000 life points. So once you get into the 4th stage, there will be 3 of these fonts around the room. These kind of look like globes. Now the first thing that you want to do is you want to stand right next to the green one. Just damage Telos down to 75,000 life points, and then he will shout, "Let the anima consume you," and then you will change color to either green, red or blue. The first one that you will change color to is green, so that is why you're standing next to the green one. So once he hits 75,000 life points, he will spawn these 3 minions, and if you are standing next to the green font like I said, you will take 1000 damage 4 times from it. This is because you are charging it up to make a shield for yourself, because Telos will summon this anima bomb, which is a 1-hit kill, and you will literally be 1 hit if you do not have the shield up in time. So as you can see, the shield is up, so I'll be protected from that bomb. You want to make sure you're right next to the font in order to be protected, and then after a while Telos will release that bomb and you'll be protected from it. So before you begin hitting Telos again, you want to kill all of the minions because they will do a lot of damage, and you don't want to make the same mistake that I did on my first couple of tries, which is just ignore all the minions. They do a lot of damage, and by the end of the fight there'll be about 9 minions attacking you, so make sure you kill them all. Once you have killed them all, make your way to this red font, which is over here. Stand right next to it like you did with the green one and continue attacking Telos. And then basically from here on out you just want to repeat what you did earlier. Once Telos gets down to 50,000 HP, he'll do the exact same that he did before. The 3 minions will come out and you will have had to make a shield. After a short period of time, he'll then release the anima bomb on you, kill all the minions, and then move on to the final font. Once he gets down to 25,000 life points, he will start winding up the final anima bomb. So once again, just make sure your shield is up on time on that final font, and then once you've killed all the minions afterwards, just continue to DPS Telos down and then you will have gotten the kill. Now once you've killed him with the loot, you either have a choice. You can either take the loot that you just earned now, or you can keep it and earn higher rewards every time you kill him. However, if you die the next time you kill him or you teleport out of the arena, all of the loot that you earned will have been lost. So I only recommend doing this if you really know how to do Telos, and that will probably be after a week or 2. However, if you want to try it out, go for it yourself. That's what I'm doing. And also every time you kill Telos, you will have to add on some enrage to him. So once again, just spin the wheel and some enrage will be added on. I've heard that the average enrage to get added on is 15%, so anything under that will be good enrage to be added on. So that is it. There are the new mechanics of the new boss Telos. If you have any tips and tricks that you want to share, or if I've left anything out, please just leave a comment and I'll try to add an annotation on the video. Thank you for watching, good luck at Telos, subscribe if you're new, and peace!